Oh, what brilliant energy. Welcome back. That's Stay for Something by Irish singer-songwriter CMAT. I'll be talking to her here shortly as she's been nominated at the Brits this weekend, alongside Taylor Swift, Kylie and Miley Cyrus in the International Artist of the Year category. First, though, let's join Roman Kemp, who's hosting tomorrow night's awards, alongside Maya Jama and Clara Amfo. He is live from Capital Radio Breakfast Show. Morning to you. Thanks for taking a mini break, Roman.
It's okay. Yeah, it's always like trying to fit it in between the songs.
Oh, good.
But no, lovely to speak to you. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks.
We'll be brief then. But congratulations! What an exciting thing to present. Do you get nervous about that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's not this one is not lost on me at all. I know how much of a privilege this is to be able to say that you're part of an alumni that has presented this in the past. You know, this means as much to me as it does to those core Brits fans. And I still remember those days where I grew up in a different type of household, and obviously my dad and my mum have been part of Brit Awards in years gone by. But this is iconic, and it's one that I was nearly in tears when I found out that I got it. So it means a lot to me.
And what do you do when you get that kind of phone call? Do you phone some friends and go, how do I do it?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm lucky enough that some of my friends, people that I can call friends, are people that have presented it in the past. I was straight away on the phone to Jack Whitehall, because I think he was one of the greatest people that have done it in the years gone by. I thought his hosting duties were so good. And then I phoned, and then when we spoke to Ant and Dec as well. Ant and Dec were just on the radio show, so I thought I'm going to use this time. I'm going to ask them, and they both say the same thing. It's like, remember, who's watching out there, and they just said, don't forget, anyone that is in the room, anyone that's at the tables, they've probably had a bit too much to drink, so they're not going to be listening to you, so don't worry about that.
Oh, that's a good point. And it can sometimes get a little bit, what should we say, fun?
Yeah, do you know what? This is the part of the Brits that I want to make sure comes back, because I feel like sometimes it can get a little bit lost where that edge... I've called it, right? The Brits' sweet spot is the edge of chaos. Right, you don't want to be in chaos, but you want to be on the edge of it, and just that bit of the swimming pool where your feet stop touching the ground. That's it. That's where you want to be.
Oh, and I know that you like being on the edge of things, and I also, actually, I'm sure lots of viewers. I love when you can see it's just about to get out of hand, but somehow it doesn't.
Yeah, but to be honest, I hope it does. I really like it. If it goes wrong, great. Like, that's the best thing about this job. It's the best thing about doing things that are live. You guys use live television that you're on right now. It's something that you can't control, and that's the best part about it.
Now, listen, I don't know whether you would describe this as something that went wrong, but you got a tattoo, didn't you, once upon a time at the Brits? Now, explain. We can see it now. Explain what happened.
So that tattoo is unfortunately the outcome of having too much fun at the after parties. And I remember being at the after party. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was maybe it was 2017. Yeah, it's clearly because of the tattoo. But 2017, and I was with Ed Sheeran, and I remember we were doing these like shots, and then afterwards he was like, kind of like drunkenly kind of said, oh, let's tattoo you on the radio show. And I was like, yeah, goodness. Fine. And then I didn't realize that would actually go through with it. And the day after, he turns up to the radio studio with a tattoo gun, like, let's do it. And I had to get it done. But the worst thing about that tattoo is that Ed forgot to put the 1 on it. Well, so it looks like we did it in 2007.
Do you know what? I looked at it this morning. I was like, 2007? He must have been very young at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, no. For legal reasons, you can rest assured that I was of age.
I'm so glad we're clear. Have you still got it?
Of course. The thing is, I would never do it again because my mum was actually quite upset about it. And my dad was like, great. My mum was actually quite upset about it. And Ed actually had to FaceTime my mum to apologise.
And did she accept his apology? I mean, I might not have done.
No, she really did. Ed's too nice. He's a lovely guy.
Listen, I obviously share your pain, or have done, with the early mornings. Are you looking forward to not having the alarm on so early?
Yeah, I am. I am looking forward to it, but you know, there's still a long way to go. There's a lot more radio shows to kind of get through, and I guess you know we're kind of getting through it now. And there's some big shows that we got lined up before I leave Capital at the end of the month, and I'm just so excited for them. And also the small matter of obviously tomorrow night. So my brain hasn't even thought about it yet.
And tell me about mum and dad. Do they give you advice before that sort of thing as well?
Before the Brits.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, I I went straight to them, and I think you know my mum and dad, they don't really give me advice, but they're just there for the support, anything I need. And the funny thing is that I asked both my mum and dad. I was like, oh, do you want to come to the Brits? And they were like, ah, busy working, sorry. And
Oh,
I was like, all right. And then I go to my sister Harley, and I go, Harley, do you want to come to the Brits? She goes, ah, I'm busy, I'm working, sorry.
no.
So like I kind of just I'm just out there doing it, and I'm sure they'll see it on catch up.
Listen,
But
I
they're
really.
very supportive.
Listen, I'll be watching. I know that's no kind of, you know, but I will definitely be watching. I know you'll be brilliant. Really go out and enjoy it. And thank you so much for joining us. Go back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Take